So finally reacting to the most asked interview of Prithviraj Sukumaran and Mohanlal for Empuraan with Pinkvilla. And the thumbnail says Mohanlal sir did L2 for free. That's very interesting. We'll find out more such things from the interview. But if you haven't seen it, I'll put the link description. You can check it on the Pinkvilla channel. There's a reaction to it and a substitute. I'll be pausing in the middle talking. Now just one day to go for L2. My tickets are booked, but we are watching Lucifer tonight on the channel. So do join if you want to refresh your memories and watch the film together. The channel membership is live. If you really like the content, want to support it, you can become a member, get various perks. To know more, click on the join button. And without any delay, let's check this out.
To put your hands together for Mohanlal sir and Prithviraj
Quite a
sir.
build up. Almost like the film.
Firstly, welcome to Pinkvilla Mohanlal sir and Prithviraj sir. It's our honor to host you today at the Pinkvilla Masterclass. Thank you for doing this for us.
Thank you, and thank you very much for the wonderful welcome. Thank you.
Big crowd.
So I want to start this conversation with a common question for both of you. When I watched Lucifer, I think the storytelling pattern of Lucifer, the first film, was very different. You take time to set up the conflict in the first 30 minutes, and then comes Mohanlal sir's character in the film.
Spoiler for today's watch along, though I had forgotten about this point.
Mainly, we see this as a risk because we are used to seeing films where the lead character, the hero, is introduced in the first frame. Is it the same in Malayalam as where 30 minutes to establish the conflict is a risk?
So there really isn't a pattern on how you would want to design your screenplay, and screenplays are not, contrary to popular perception, and as some corporates and studios would like to believe, screenplays are not designed to algorithms. It's a very instinctive
shots
process.
fired.
And you don't sit down and think, right, I'm going to make a 180-minute film, and on the 27th minute, I'm going to introduce my protagonist. That's not how it works. You
That's
try
true.
and land on a process.
I think it can be whatever you want, right? As a filmmaker, that if you feel like it has to happen within the first second of the film, it can be that, or it can be almost take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, These things happen according to how you want to tell that story. It should always come from that point, not, as you said, algorithm.
You want to stick to a very honest narrative of your story, of your screenplay, and whatever that organically throws up to you as a filmmaker is what you follow. Having said that, I think, when you talk about hero-centric films, there would be no bigger examples than superhero films, because superhero
Yeah.
films are all about the hero. One of the greatest screenplay patterns that I've ever seen in a superhero film
Okay.
is the Dark
Oh,
Knight
of
series by
course.
Christopher Nolan. And I'm a
course.
huge fan, like a lot of people here. So there are only
Applause.
two types of scenes in the whole Batman trilogy by Nolan. Scene type A, it's scenes about Batman.
Okay.
Scene type 2, it's scenes with Batman. So then what happens is you never really
Okay.
feel like you're not watching the protagonist, because a whole film always builds an atmosphere. It builds,
Yeah.
this
That's
aura
true.
around you, even without the central character being there. And it keeps telling you that you're actually watching him, even though you're not looking at him.
Is that a spoiler for L2? Are we gonna be like that where Lucifer is there, but everyone's just talking about him, everyone's just trying to find him, and we don't see that much of Lucifer in footage?
Which is what Murali Gopi, my writer, has tried to do with Lucifer, part
Okay.
1. And much
With
like
part
that,
one
even
also.
in part 2, the film starts off in the middle of a chaos. And very soon you realize
Spoilers.
that this chaos can only be fixed with one man returning or one man reappearing.
Okay.
And then you realize that the whole narrative is progressing in only one direction, and that is taking you to him. So you never really feel like you're away from him, you're not watching him. So Lucifer was a 2-hour, 57-minute film with Mohanlal sir being in the film for 41 minutes.
Whoa.
That's it. Yeah, but you don't feel that because of this pattern in the screenplay that I spoke about.
Very
so
interesting.
which is how pretty much all 3 films of this franchise will be designed. And the character that Mohanlal sir plays in this franchise, that is Stephen Nirumballi, aka Qureshi Abraham, is not somebody who you should feel like it's very easy to see him. That it's, you shouldn't feel like there's a lot of him and every time you turn, he's just there. It should be difficult to get to him. And that should be part of your filmmaking language when you conceive a film like this. These are all things that I have tried. If tomorrow you see the film and you don't feel any of this,
And
Very
there
self-aware.
are so many other films also, like most of the films with Mr. Fasil. My entry is almost near interval.
Manichitra Thal.
Manchitra Thale or Manjal Virinya Pokal, Nokata, there are so many films. So it's not a must, as he said, to introduce a particular person or the main character in the beginning of the film. And it's a brilliance of the screenplay. Definitely. We have to wait and see the real man to come and establish.
Maybe it's a good thing that they're saying that in the interview, that people can have hold the expectations, that don't see from the first scenes or last frame you'll see Mohanlal on screen. So I think that kind of makes the expectations come balanced.
In the film.
Everyone is waiting. The characters in the film as also the audience. I think that works.
No, I mean, it's just that this is a character that should feel like it's very difficult to get access to him, So I sort of show him for 2 hours, 55 minutes of the 3-hour runtime, then you lose the aura. So, yeah.
Prithvi sir, when I rewatched the film, there's so much nuance in the storytelling. Now it's a
We'll be doing that tonight, so do join. If you're watching this after 26th, then no, it has already happened.
afterthought in the hindsight. When I watched it again, it seems as if every episode in Lucifer happens as planned by Mohanlal sir's character. Is it true?
Too many spoilers.
Like, was that your entire way from
I've seen Lucifer already, but yeah, it's been some time.
the entire drug angle to Bobby's that is Vivek Oberoi's character? Everything is planned by him.
That is not true. That is not true that
okay.
every event or incident in the film is planned by Stephen Nirumballi or Qureshi Abraham. That is not true. But one thing I can tell you is all through part one, even through moments where you feel like this character is losing control, he never really loses control. Even when he's arrested, he's put in jail, he never really loses control of circumstances. The first night at jail, you realize that a police officer comes and tells him, do you really have to do this? If you want, you can walk out right now. And he says, no, wait. So he never really loses control. The first point in the entire 3-film franchise where this man actually loses control of circumstance happens in
L2?
part 2.
Oh, actually, that was my next
Spoiler.
question. Does he ever lose control in your narrative? So,
In part 2, it does. In one point.
wow. So that's your hook, I think. So for everyone to watch it now to see his character.
I hope so.
Yeah. And, I was researching about the box office dynamics of India. And there I got to know one very interesting trivia. Bahubali 2 released in 2017 and it scored an all-time record in every single market, every single state of India except one. And that's Kerala. And guess which film was the record holder over there?
Puli Murugan.
Yes.
I've seen this film, by the way. My review is on the main channel.
So how do you view the loyalty of audience towards your films over there, which has existed for 47 years?
This clap itself showing the. It is a. I don't know. This is a unknown relationship with the audience and with the love and affection they have to the characters I have portrayed. And it's a beautiful relationship. And I don't want to break this also. So that's the answer. That's why maybe.
I think you need such fandom, behind. Like, if you see, Empuraan has, I think, maybe before that also, but no, I have started noticing on social media and everywhere that it has become next level. It's like the film has become the pride of Kerala. I think that's what happened with KGF. When the first KGF trailer teasers are out, everyone I saw everywhere just commenting about the film, talking about the film. Watch the trailer. It's something, we are doing something so big, very interesting. So they were kind of pushing the film as if it's their own. The fans, not the PR people, not all of those. It's just the fans of that cinema. And I think the same is happening with Empuraan, where everyone is just talking about the film has already, I think, crossed 50 crores in pre-bookings around the country. around the world, and that's a lot of money for Malayalam film, for even just in pre-booking. So I think it's gonna have like 100, 150, maybe even 200 at least worldwide within the first weekend. So that's a big deal, and that can only happen when you have this kind of organic push for the film where everyone just kind of want to support the film. We'll figure out if the film works or not. That's a very separate angle to it. But just everyone, it feels like they own it. It's their thing and they want it to do the best, and everyone, it reaches to the most people, and that only, I think, can push a film to that extent. I think no PR, no marketing money spent. They could have spent 100 crores. They couldn't have reached what they have reached today without organicness.
I'm not claiming anything. Through my characters, through my directors, through my colleagues, through my story writers, those and my audience, they only created this effect. I can call this an effect. So thank you so much. Thank you very much.
47 years of legacy. And if we look at, there have been a lot of Malayalam films which have done 100 crore in the last year. You did it in 2016 with Pulimurgan and 2019 with Lucifer. What importance does box office hold in your life as an actor?
It
Interesting
is
question.
not the 100 crore, 200 crore. That is, of course, business wise. Otherwise, 47 years is a long journey. And,
That's
it is,
true.
again, the love and
In 3 years, you're like 50 years in the industry. Wow.
affection of the audience. That is more important than the money. Because of that, only we are, again, now I'm sitting in front of you and I'm talking to you. Because of that kind of confidence, that kind of relationship we sharing. So 100 crore, 200 crore is a recent phenomena. But otherwise, when we started the film, like we don't ask for box office hits because most of the films are box office hits at that time. Now it's very difficult to get a 100 days film or a 50 days film. So it's more than the money. Of course, we need money also. So, like, if you ask me, this is what do you think about Lucifer? We want to get the money back, at least the money back. So it is not the 100 crore or 200 crore. And I'm so happy that my films got placed into that. That is also a different thing. That's again, as an actor, as a producer, I'm happy to know about that and happy to. And we are expecting that also. Okay, it's a very strange answer and it's a strange question to me.
Prithvi sir,
That is, I think, yeah, that's like, I understood what he's trying to say, that you need that money. But I think it's how I see box office is that it's just a reflection of that audience is going and watching the film. So the more number you are making at the box office, that means the audience is accepting the film more. It's not about just the money that it's now people say, oh, you keep a 900 rupee ticket, of course you'll make a lot of money, but the footfalls was less. But I think if you look at the footfalls, if a film has like Stree 2 had a really good footfall, you know maybe Pathan maybe didn't have that level of footfall, but maybe they were expensive tickets. So you can gauge from the footfalls how much the film was accepted.
this is a question for you as a director. Now, I remember in 2017, Rajamouli sir, when he was making Bahubali 2, he said after the success of Bahubali 1, there was a lot of pressure on him, and he had to make changes to in the screenplay of the second part to keep up to the pressure. At times, he even like in part 1, he didn't have the liberties of budget. But after the success, he got all the liberties to scale up the film. Same happened with Prashant Neel as well when he made KGF 1 and 2, where after the success, the stakes went higher and he amped up the scale, changed the script as well. For you, when Lucifer released and it became a
Interesting
phenomenon,
question.
how did it impact your world for the sequel?
So we had always envisioned this as a three-part franchise. Back in 2016 when Murali Gopi and I started talking about this. In fact, back then, so we only knew that the whole story is just too long to be narrated within one film. That much we knew. Back then, this whole universe, franchise, part one, part two, and all was not in fashion. So we didn't even know how do we put this across to somebody that this is like a universe. Those words were not in fashion in cinema. But we knew that to
Interesting.
complete the entire story arc, we are probably looking at 3 films. Having said that,
And I like the fact that, right? Like, I think that was my problem with Ponniyin Selvan, right? Just because Bahubali was two films, just because KGF they also tried two films and it worked, doesn't mean okay that works. So we'll just make two films. Like Ponniyin Selvan could have been three films. They could have actually got more things from the books, which I understand. They kind of cut off and just kind of summed it up very well. Like they compressed the narrative, and it didn't work out. It was not, it was not satisfying. Like, why not go for three? Just because two is proven, three is not proven, never done before. That doesn't mean you don't do it, right? That's what that kind of narrative needed. And I love that fact that they thought it had to be three at the time where they didn't know we can make three films, and they still went with it. Then still there's no proven record where you can make three like it's sequel. You can call it a sequel, but still a universal story. It's not like a character story and it ended there. Now we are starting a new fresh story with the same character. It's like a continuation of the narrative. They have planned with three films. It's not proven if it will work or not, but they are trying it. That's a good thing.
this is also a very socio-politically centered film, which would then mean that your script and your narrative will have to undergo frequent reviewing. I can't be making a part 2 of the franchise that I thought about in 2016 and 2025. Things around us
Wow.
have changed. But
9 years.
the character arcs and the story flow, the direction of the event flow, they were all pretty much fixed long back. And then the spectacle of it. So, as you rightly said, with Rajamouli sir and Prashant and all these maverick filmmakers, the whole idea behind what a big film is or what a spectacle film is just completely changed. We've gotten used to seeing huge canvas visuals in Indian cinema. So, the idea of what a spectacle is completely changed. But it was very important for me to not lose sight of the fact that spectacle should only be an effect, not a cause. My cause and my motivation should always be to follow the narrative. And then if the effect is a spectacle, how do I capture that spectacle as well as I can? Now, what does spectacle entail? It entails money. It entails budget. It entails a lot of time to make it. So when I set about writing my shoot script for this film, about halfway through it, 50% of my heart said, this is never going to get made. I really thought so. And I actually even told my writer halfway through writing my shoot script, listen, there's a very good chance that this is never going to get made. Because I just started going on a tangent where it became very big. Okay, it became really big. I started thinking on a route where it really became very big. And I was thinking, there's no way we are going to be able to pull this off from Malayalam cinema. And I remember I went to his office in Dubai and I narrated the script to him. Even while and my narrations take awfully long. This is terrible. Yeah, my narrations take like 6 hours, 7 hours and all that.
Wow.
And he was very patient with me. But halfway through it, I'm thinking, he's going to give me a very polite, patient listening and then tell me, very well done. But this time you've just, sort of dreamt a little too big. But it was, Lalsa was the first person who said, let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's not think of what, how, when, where, what budget and all. Let's just go for it. And we went for it. Yeah.
And it worked.
And I must tell you, when I posted on the social media today that we are doing this interaction with you, so many fans of yours have asked me to convey one thing, that thank you for making Lucifer, thank you for making part 2, and everyone in Kerala is proud of what you all are doing, irrespective of the result.
That's what I was saying. Like, and it's not actually about Mohanlal, right? It's not just it's his film, right? We have seen the past where from the trailer it looks the films are not good that he did in the COVID times, and they didn't work at all. But it's not just about the actor. It's about the actor, the director, the story, what they have built up in the first part, and that is very epic, and that could be great if they continue that and on that journey, and that's what people are supporting.
Thank you.
Mohanlal sir, you have done a Hindi film back in the day.
Still
and
not
then
seen
you
it.
stayed away from it. What's the reason? Company, your character was so loved in that film, but we don't see you often doing Hindi films.
But yeah, I'm doing Malayalam films.
And now pan India.
This idea that
There is a Hindi film of his releasing on the 27th of March.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Well said. Well
Now
answered.
things change, and now you can see there's nothing called Malayalam film. Each film is dubbed into Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu. And after Company, a couple of films came, but Company, that film, an irresistible offer because to an actor. So I cannot deny that character. After that, I've done a couple of films like Act. And by that time, I became more I'm more committed to my language. And
I think this idea of asking this question is now, so old that doing a Hindi film is not a benchmark. That, that's the next step of becoming in your career. Then now you should do a Hindi film. That's no more the case. Today, Hindi actors want to do films in South Indian languages because that's the next step for them, to become bigger in their career. So I think this question is now dated.
nothing wrong in doing I have done the Telugu film, but something I should strike, like, something to strike in your intellect. Then only I can do a film. Not like Malayalam. Malayalam I can do any film.
I actually had the privilege of hosting a company get together on my location when RGV visited my sets. So yeah, we hung out, and it was really nice to see the director and Srinivasan, hanging out and talking about the experiences of shooting Company. I mean, what a film, what a character, and my God, I mean, it's one of my favorite films. So yeah, I actually had the privilege of sitting back and watching these two guys talk about, sir, when we shot that scene, and also it was very good actually.
That film, it's like outstanding, especially the sequence where you don't have a dialogue, you're just rolling the paper wall, I think so, on the paperweight on the, and it has an impact. So yes. And Mohanlal sir, this is a question from Prithvi sir's interview. I think he was speaking recently about his interaction with Abhishek Bachchan, where they were discussing about how at times Amit ji is also nervous before shooting a certain scene, and he rehearses despite being over here for like 7 decades. You have been here for 47 years. Do you feel nervous before approaching a tough scene? And what is a Friday morning like for you? Friday morning of a release?
Definitely, when we do a film, it is not what you can call. I'm not nervous, but we are a little anxious about that. It is all depends upon the co-stars, like the director. Definitely, you have to synchronize with them. It's a beautiful acclimatization should happen. It's more of a nervousness. Is a praying from my side. Everything should be fine. Even I should give a proper response to my director, to my colleagues, to the entire unit. So it is more than nervousness. I consider as a praying for every, even for sometimes when we do action, so many things like this is again a more of a praying. It's nothing called nervousness. Or I don't know if I get a chance. Definitely, I'll let you know.
And Prithvi sir, for you, is there a difference on the Friday morning for you when you are acting in a film versus when you are directing and acting in a film, or just directing a film?
When I'm acting in a film, my job finishes way before the Friday morning. Like now today I have to go
Good.
back and then like give my IMAX audio out for GCC. So now when you're directing, you just see. I am actually a very, very, people will tell this about me to you, that I'm actually very studious as a filmmaker. I set out making exact plans and all that. So every time I start out to make a film, and I only made 3 films, I keep telling my teams, this time this is how we do, plan, and our final out comes out of the lab at this particular day, and then there's just nothing more to do and all that. So 20 days ahead of release, we are all free. I don't know why even on the morning of the release we're still working. I don't know how that happens. It just where
There's a dialogue, that line that a film is never completed, it just gets released.
plan go wrong? I hit all my deadlines. I did everything as planned, and I'm still working on the morning of the release. I don't know why that happens. I'm sure it's going to be the same this time as well. But having
Just have subtitles in time, please.
said that, there is actually this. It's a quality that I've picked up from people like him. Actually, mostly him, that you need to be really detached with the result. You have to be really detached. You can't get emotionally tangled with the result. And either way, even if it's a success or a failure. So come the 27th of morning, both of us will go watch the film with the public, and it is just ridiculous to be going in a packed theater with him. But yeah, we will do that. We will go and watch Empuraan morning 6 a.m. with the fans in a theater, and then we party. Yeah.
He looks excited.
I'm sure 27th will give you both lot of reasons to party because the trailer is simply phenomenal. Like
Thank
there's
you.
so much scale to it, and like you said, even in the trailer, we are waiting for more of Sir, and then towards the end we get a glimpse of your character as well. So it seems like a complete package for the big screen.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yes. And again, this is a common question for both of you. You have directed Sir in 3 films. One is, of course, Lucifer, L2, and Bro Daddy. Now, I would say Bro Daddy, I've seen Bro Daddy and I really love it, especially the humor. And I would say one favorite scene of mine, it's a very, I don't know, a lot of people might not have picked up. There's, I think, a character running. I think it's your character, and you're asking, where's the rooftop? And the person standing there is like,
It's him.
his character, yeah. It's on the rooftop, sir. Top.
He asks, where's the rooftop bar? And he says, in the rooftop. And he says, yeah. And then he realizes, like, what did he just say? Yeah.
There's so many hilarious moments in the film. Have you both discussed the possibility of collaborating on another comedy film? Sir is a legend in comedy. He has done so many cult films. Like
We
it's
have
there for
discussed the
everyone.
possibility of collaborating on many, many films. I don't intend to leave him anytime soon.
So it's like after say a film like this, we'll do a comedy film.
Correct.
Then we'll do the third part. Then we'll do a comedy film.
Not a bad
Next we'll do
idea.
something where we just want to have fun, maybe. Yeah.
Even we will have fun with yours. But so, what do you enjoy more? Comedies or the dramas or the thrillers or the action films? You have done everything. You name a genre and you have done it.
I love films. Definitely, humor to make a comedy film is not an easy thing. It's one of the toughest job.
I agree.
You said, okay, I love Bro Daddy. If it's not a proper created, like a perfectly created film, otherwise it would be a disaster.
Prithvi sir, which is your favorite comedy film that Mohanlal sir has done so far?
It's extremely difficult to choose one, especially from someone who has a repertoire of some of the most iconic comedies.
I've seen a few. I've reviewed them. There's one where there's a series, right, with him and Srinivasan that I've yet to watch a sequel to.
in Malayalam cinema. But I have a special soft corner for the whole 3-film series, Nadodikattu,
Ah.
Pravesham, and Akkare Akkare.
Nadikattu. I've seen Nadikattu.
You have no clue. You have no clue. I don't think it's been remade in Hindi, and I don't think it ever should be. But yeah,
You said it.
And sir, which is the favorite comedy film that you have acted in according to you? Which is your favorite of all?
Yet to come. I'm waiting for that.
that is it.
Nice answer. Nice
Yeah, I
answer.
think Prithvi can make a film next time. Seriously, because I love most of the Priyadarshan's film with Srinivasan, Satyanandika. I mean, they're all great directors too.
So I think one filmmaker who really sort of changed the syntax of how comedy films are shot, I think in Indian cinema, to be frank, is Priyadarshan sir. He's the one who really sort of, to me,
Cannot wait for him coming back with Akshay Kumar. And hopefully then he comes back with Mohanlal too.
he really pushed the syntax of filmmaking to a truly international standards. And if you go back and see his 90s Malayalam films with Mohanlal sir, like Kilakam and all, so spectacularly shot. In a sense, like world standard cinematography, mind-blowing production design by Sabu Cyril, and great music. And it's just, they look like a work of art, and they used to shoot in the very most basic equipment and all that. So Priyan sir, and then there's also another filmmaker duo in Malayalam that I really look up to, who's again given an iconic film with Mohanlal sir. They're called Siddiq Lal, and the film is Vietnam Colony.
Okay. Black and white poster.
So
Quite
your,
old.
Your filmography is like there. I don't think any actor has created the legacy like you have through your films. Every genre you have multiple films which can be called cult. So
So I was so blessed with to do such films, because when I do a serious film, like a film with Aravindan, I had the chance of doing a action film with Thambi Kannandana and a comedy film with Priyadarshan. So it's a blessing as an actor. That is the reason.
He always, I've seen all his interviews, he always talks about his writers and the directors he has worked with. I think he cherished those moments a lot.
And looking forward to a reunion with Priyan sir, hopefully on a comedy.
See, the first film of Priyadarshan, myself and Priyan, first film, I did the film. And after completion of another 2 films, it will be his 100th film. So we are planning the 100th film. So first,
Nice. First and then, oh wow.
so first film and 100th film, same director and same actor.
Wow, that would be truly
Yeah,
special.
okay.
Historic.
Prithvi sir, for you as a director, what is more difficult, comedy or action? Action in the sense this wholesome, big scale spectacle.
Comedy is more difficult for me because I'm a filmmaker who goes on set with a very defined short choreography in my mind. I like shooting like that. I have an exact idea about how the track should move, where I should rack focus, how the camera should move, how I want my actors to move, and all that. That is not possible when you're shooting a comedy. In a comedy, you need to lose control as a filmmaker. You need to be able to just lose control of your filmmaking
Spontaneous.
grammar, watch what the actors are doing, and improvise your grammar as and how you go on location. Like say, so with him, right? There's a shot where he finally in Bro Daddy. Okay, there's a shot where he finally tells me that your mom is pregnant, which is his wife is pregnant, and then I go like, with who? What? Who's pregnant? And then he does something with his eyes like, she's pregnant. I didn't know he was doing that. I didn't know. So my shot actually was different. Just because he did that, then now I have to take a close up, right? Now I can't sit there and say, no, my shot choreography does not have a close up here, so I can't do that. So in comedy, while filming comedy, you need to be very secure and confident as a filmmaker to go on location and be prepared to lose control, which is very tough for me. I like being in complete control. So for me,
I really relate to that point.
comedy is tougher. Blowing up things and all that is easy.
And I was checking the social media. I think over the last few weeks, there has been one rumor which has been going around L2 that even
Okay.
Fahad Fasil has a cameo in the film. Is that
Yeah, Fahad Fazil, Tom Cruise, Robert De Niro.
That's a nice way of, like diverting, like just name 10 more people who is very ridiculous, but maybe right, wrong, it could be anything.
No, Shanu's not. Fahad is not in the film. Neither is Tom Cruise, by the way. See, I have to tell you that when we started out with the casting of Lucifer 2, obviously you have a wish list, right? I mean, you think endlessly, especially with a film like this. So I initially had some really big names that I wanted to reach out to. And I managed to reach out to some really big names and really big actors from the American film industry, from the British film industry, from the West, from China, from the Chinese industry, all these people. And about 9 out of 10 of the people that I wanted to get in touch with actually even gave me the liberty of getting on a Zoom call with them. And to my shock, most of them seemed like they were quite keen about the idea of collaborating with an Indian film and this particular film. And then that happens and we reach a place where we think we have mutually agreed upon something, and then the agents step in, right? So then the agents do their job, and their job is to try and get as much money for the actor from every film that they do. Unfortunately, that is not something that works for us from Malayalam cinema, because I was very, very particular that I know this is the most I can spend on this film. I wanted to make sure that every little penny that I can take from that, I want to put in the making. Mohanlal sir has not taken one single rupee for the film.
Probably he'll take in from the whatever the profit they make, profit sharing. Also, isn't Ashirwad Cinemas like his co-production, or am I wrong?
which is the reason this film has been possible, actually.
Not only me, same, same with Priti, because whatever it can see it on the screen. The
Yeah.
amount we spend, some films it won't come in the screen.
What he's trying to say there? Which film?
But definitely this film, even you watch the film, you can see the amount spent.
This is not a film where we have spent 100 crores on making the film and 80 crores is remuneration. The film is made in 20 crores. It's not that. This is all of us, all the technicians, all the actors, we've all sort of realized that we're attempting something, so we might as well try and pitch in. So, and even all the foreign actors who came on board, they understood what we were trying to do. Jerome Flynn, and Andrea, and there are all these people who came on board. They've done it as a favor. Yeah.
But I think that's very important, especially in today's time where the money spent is visible on the screen. We see so many films, like you said, budget would be 150 crore. But of that, 100 is spent on the remuneration of actors and actresses and all. So that's a great thing which is happening.
I have produced a film with Akshay Kumar sir. I have produced a film with Akshay Kumar sir. He did not take a single rupee. He only said, if the film makes money, then I'll take my remuneration.
Yeah, there are very few like him who are...
Yeah, and the film did not do well and he did not take any money. Yeah, so I mean, I have to...
He's talking about Selfie because he co-produced it.
When you say this, I also have to say the truth, that this happened to me. So, yeah.
And when we talk of Akshay Kumar sir, Mohanlal sir, you and Akshay sir also have a great bond and a common friend called Priyadarshan sir. He has done so many of your films in Hindi, right from Garam Masala, Bhool Bhulaiya, I think Hera Fairy as well.
Hera Fairy is not his film.
But we have not seen the two of you in a comedy film. Has that discussion ever happened with Priyan sir of you and Akshay sir in a comedy?
Yes.
Today I was in their set. They are doing a Bhoot Bangla.
Yes.
Till 9 o'clock, nothing happened. Let it happen. See, movies are happen. I believe in happenings. I don't know whether it will happen or not, but maybe for the 100th film, yeah, this is a good thought you have. I'll share with Prayan.
I hope it happens,
Yeah,
keeping my
okay,
fingers
yeah,
crossed.
definitely.
Prithvi sir, can we expect a spin-off of your character? Of course, there is a trilogy of Lucifer, but there is also your character which has a lot of intrigue. We don't know much about the character in the film. Do you plan a backstory, a spin-off, or something on those lines?
I haven't thought about it actually.
Is it needed?
Maybe because
Like, that's the question, right? Like, does it make sense? Is there story to be told there? Like, that's the question. I think you're gonna get his character's backstory a bit in this film's L2, so I don't think there's a scope there.
I'm also the director, I can only sort of think of the entire world of Lucifer franchise. I haven't really thought of the story of making a standalone film on any character per se. Each character does have an anchor, a backstory, and a past, all of which will fit into the 3-film narrative. Other than that, there is nothing. Yeah.
So you're, like you said, you're well prepared with your entire script from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, oral psych.
I mean, for the 3 parts, there are a lot of times when
For the third part, my writer Murali Gopi and I, we have an idea what and how and where, but I don't know if it will happen and when it will happen. Whichever time it happens, there will be reviewing happening, constant changes that happen. And make no mistake, part 3 of the franchise will only happen if part 2 is a very big hit. So
I think that's now easy to answer.
that it will be. Everyone knows the advance bookings have opened, especially in overseas, US and UAE, and it's off to a flyer. It's the biggest ever advance for a Malayalam film so far. I think US, it has already sold some tickets worth $50,000, which is in 1 or 2 days. So that's a great number to start with
I don't
7
know.
days to go for the premieres itself.
I just want to make part 3.
It will happen. This is an indication. Mohanlal sir, recently you also announced Drishyam 3. That's a franchisee which is loved by I think everyone over here would be. When do you start shooting for that? I know you can't talk much about it with regards to the plot because it's
The announcement happened. Now we have to do the film. Otherwise, so maybe this year we'll do it. But yeah, I don't know
George
when.
Woody talks about it, you're buried. Yeah, be very careful.
Yeah, so we'll do it in this year. But yeah, it's not an easy thing. But I think Jitu has got some clue on about the third part. So we'll make it possible this year.
Interesting.
After that, Empuraan. After that, part three, we'll do it.
And after that, 100th film with Priyan sir.
Oh my
We
god,
have a
everything is lined up.
And Prithvi sir, you are doing the film with SS Rajamouli sir. You were spotted.
Really?
Now you were spotted with Mahesh Babu sir.
I went sightseeing to Orissa with Mahesh.
They're
How
not
is
revealing
that?
it.
How is it to be on a SS Rajamouli set? Even if it was for sightseeing.
So I mean, yeah, like I said, now since the video and some photographs and all have been leaked, I can't really say that I went there to sightsee. So hopefully, very soon we'll be able to talk about the film. It's been more than a year since I've been part of the
Oh.
project. We've slowly been working towards it. So let's hope that we will do a masterclass on that film sometime. Yeah.
I really hope.
At least he agreed finally.
And now we have
But he's been 1 year. I got rumors that he's not doing it because his time, this and that, but he's saying 1 year has been part of that. Wow.
taken some
That's how much time SS Rajamouli is taking, right? And I'm still confused why the announcement has not happened. Like last time he did that. Like why are they shooting and then they'll figure something out? I don't know.
of your lesser seen pictures.
I don't want to see them. I really don't.
I think you like them. We have taken them. You can share small memories around them. So I'll show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can share some behind the scene, like
This is in Leh Ladakh.
Yeah, this is in Ladakh, but we are not shooting this as Ladakh. We are cheating it for another country.
We shot this in Leh Ladakh. I think I is saying keep quiet or something. Because it was a tough job for us. Around 350 people on Leh Ladakh and
So this was about like
choppers.
some 12,500
feet. Yeah,
feet
it's
above sea
not an
level.
easy thing
Wow.
for us.
No oxygen.
The logistics was very tough to bring all
This is from L2 or L1?
the vehicles, choppers, cranes. So I think he's discussing about something.
No, this is actually a shot where Lal sir is holding a phone, a satellite phone.
Okay.
In the film, he's holding a satellite
So
phone.
that's why he's showing the fingers.
Yeah, so I was telling him why I wanted him to hold it with the right hand. So yeah,
Oh,
the next one.
interesting.
Hare Krishnans.
Okay, this is Hare Krishnan, Shahrukh, myself, Mammootty, and Juhi Chawla. Only Mr. Mammootty is blessing. Shahrukh, next is my chance, so I'm waiting for that. Okay. This is a film called Hare Krishnan. Yeah,
Shah Rukh is in that film?
The next one.
This is from actually the marriage of a very close friend's son, who's in
Okay.
fact waiting for us to finish this and go to his house. But
no. No, no. Ido. Who is this?
Amr sir.
Oh, sorry. Yes. This is in
Jaipur.
Jaipur. Okay.
So we all got together for a wedding there, and
Yeah.
I mean,
People are now saying it's Amir Khan. It's not Fahad Fasil. So I don't know. Something happens.
we were just talking.
Okay, the next one. It's I think you and Rajni sir.
Rajani sir, okay. I don't know this. Like this is, I don't know which film. Huh? Kapan, okay.
Someone else is telling.
It's on a stage, maybe Kapan.
I think or Robo. I think so. It's,
Yeah.
Either of the two.
Anyway, that's Rajinikanth and myself.
I recently saw that clip that went viral where he's asked Tamil actor actresses and he's actress. Very funny video.
He also launched the trailer, I think, today morning.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
posted about it.
He was really sweet about it. I mean, it was very sweet. I wanted to show. I was in Chennai, like finishing my post production, and I wanted to show the trailer to Rajini sir because I had the opportunity of making a film with him, and I couldn't. So I always wanted to meet him and show him my work. So I called Soundarya, who I know, and she said, "Yeah, please come home." And I showed him the trailer, and it was very sweet of him that he I don't think he usually does this. I don't think he tweets about films and all that, but he did it for us, and it meant the world to us. Not for the visibility or anything, for the gesture. It really meant the world to us. Yeah.
Very interesting.
We'll take two more.
This I know happened the screening film event something.
And this happened in one of our shows, Amma shows. He's not kissing me, he's saying something. it's a nice, it happened, what, I don't know. He's saying something and he's kissing me, correct.
Share a great bond with. Yeah.
If we had to sort of conceptualize Malayalam cinema in one photograph, because that would be the photograph.
Wow.
The two big M's.
The two big M's.
Okay, the next one. This is seems like a fun.
Okay. I think we are sharing a beautiful moment in Dubai. Yeah, it is in his place. I went for a dinner. That is, I think 2-3 years back, I think, just before COVID. Yeah.
I remember that photo.
Some of the pictures I am seeing it for the first time.
Okay, there is one more. I think this is from CCL.
Yeah.
It's you and Salman.
Okay. And this is maybe in Bombay. Bombay, I think. It's a cricket this thing. Okay. Okay.
Nothing much.
And one last.
Eh?
Love your bowling.
Okay, thank you.
And this one, I think it's the most iconic picture.
Okay. This is for the Kerala state government. Some function happened and myself, Mr. Kamal Hassan came and okay, we are sharing the stage. Thank you.
Three of the most iconic actors of Indian cinema. And Prithvi sir,
There's more.
this is the image when
That's Mahesh and me going sightseeing in Orissa. Yeah. It's a lovely
Oh, that's
place
the
we
leak
should all
image.
visit.
This is, who is this?
Mahesh Babu.
Okay, and okay. Oh, that's sightseeing.
Sightseeing.
Ah.
Yeah. It's some airport in Chhattisgarh actually.
yeah. You didn't expect to be captured here, I think so.
No, we knew because by the time we landed, we're all like a lot of photographers and all that. So of course we knew that this is not going to remain a secret. So still, the video that leaked from the shooting location was unfortunate. That
Yeah,
was not.
that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, okay.
unfortunate. And
I'll
I
not
think
check it
now
out.
They have appealed to the fans also to not
I
spread.
mean, I would recommend don't watch all that. Like if there is like a leaked video from a very anticipated film, don't watch it. Don't. So what are you going to gain from it? Oh, I have seen the leak. Yeah, so don't spoil the film for yourself.
Especially a spectacle.
Yeah.
So yeah. And before we wrap up, we have taken some questions from the fans who have come over
All
here.
right.
So we have put their names in the bowl. You can pick up the chits and few lucky ones will get to ask you all the question.
Betsy Basil. Yeah.
So, hi to the most handsome men here.
Okay.
Firstly, Prithvi, hi. Last year,
I just saw like about 30 guys losing the smile.
So, last year, exactly on March 15th, I had to put an emergency medical leave at work, and I had come to meet Prithvi for the promotion of our
thank you.
Jeevadam at Marriott
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
interview.
Is
So
it
I'm
still is it another medical leave today?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I hope this video doesn't leak. So, firstly, thanks to Pinkvilla for giving this opportunity. My question to Prithvi. So, it's been 23 years into the industry, I guess. Your
Wow.
debut in Nandanam in
think, yeah,
2002
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
as an actor
Yes.
to your Empuraan, the most awaited as a director and an actor. I wanted to know, are you always this ambitious, planned, and did you see yourself evolving like this? What keeps you going always?
No, I mean, in the sense, if I tell you that everything was planned and I've just been following like a design that was put in place long back, I'd be lying. No, life doesn't pan out that way. We all know that, right? I mean, life and destiny in itself has this really amazing way of humbling you the moment you start thinking you're on top of everything. But
That's
I was
true.
always a big dreamer, and I still dream very, very big. And I think that, I keep telling myself, oh, there is so much more to do. There is so much more to do. And I guess I'll be one of those guys who go through the entirety of his life never really finding complete contentment professionally, especially. I don't know if it's a good thing. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. The luckiest, most fortunate are those who find contentment. I don't think I'm fortunate enough to be that. So I'll always be a big dreamer.
Very deep.
And I'm very restless that way. So now that when Empuraan releases, immediately I start thinking, oh, okay, now what do I do now? Bigger, better. So it's been like that for me. Other than that, it's not like, there are certain things that I've always wanted to do. Like ever since I became an actor, I've always wanted to direct a film. I wanted to turn producer. Years ago, I've said, someone asked me hypothetically, if you ever direct a film, who do you cast in it? I said, I'll cast Mohanlal and Manju Warrier. And so I did that. There are a few things I want to do, and I'll do it.
Sure, thank you.
He's confident
And
about
because
that.
of my medical leave, I hope I can get a picture with you at the end.
Yeah,
if you could.
sure.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
AB.
It's Abel.
Abel, okay.
Yeah. First of all, I'm a big fan. I'm seeing two living legends in front of me.
Wow.
So my question to Prithviraj is, I have two questions. First question is, if you ever in the future, as a director, would you be interested in doing a historical epic?
Yes.
Brilliant.
That smile gave like they have talked about something. That tells you.
And to Laleta, one question.
What's the question?
How are you so charmful? I don't understand.
That's the most honest
And
question.
Is it a question? I don't know.
I mean, I've been seeing you inside a television set from 5 years old. Even a 23-year-old me has the same awe. So, how do you do that? I think all the guys here would love to know.
That's really like he's so honest about asking that question.
So, yeah, please.
I should say thanks to your eyes. Yeah, that is
What an answer. That's the reason. That's the charm.
because I don't know, like we actors, I don't know, because more than Mohanlal, you are watching the characters. So that itself will give a kind of warmth to your thought process. That's why. That is how you liking starting. So thank God.
Devathinu Nandi.
I'm so humbled to accept your what you can call appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Akhilesh.
I don't know, I just want to tell this or not. Maybe മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാം. ഞാൻ 2 ദിവസം മുമ്പ് സ്വപ്നം കണ്ടതാ ലാലേട്ടനെ ഇത്ര ക്ലോസ് ആയിട്ട് കാണുമെന്ന്.
I'll try to translate. He said that I never imagined I'll be so close to Lalitan.
എനിക്ക് ശരിക്കും അറിയത്തില്ല, ഇന്നലെ രാത്രി വരെ ഇങ്ങനൊരു ഇവന്റിനെ പറ്റി ഒരു ക്ലൂ ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു. Thanks to Pinkvilla, I mean, you guys have made dream come true for many of the Mallus over here. You guys don't know the value of what you guys done, actually. So one simple question to you. What was the most enjoyed moment while working with Prithviraj sir as a director?
Every day, that is, we had a very tough shooting. Tough shooting inside climate-wise, so many things happened. So this is like a battle. And that itself is a beautiful moment to cherish later, you know. All the days, the shooting days are very memorable days. So nothing very special. It is the confidence he has given to the unit, definitely will. That is a very dear thing to me. And we are also, ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് രാത്രി സ്വപ്നം കാണാൻ പോണത് സൂപ്പർ ഹിറ്റ് ആയിട്ട്.
Thank you.
He said in the dreams I super hit, something like that.
Okay, thank you. Thanks to Pinkvilla.
Avit Shetty.
Sir, it's just a luck for a first time. My name came in a cheat.
I like this audience a lot.
Thanks to the Pinkvilla, because dream came true. I am seeing a living legends in front of me. It's a very thankful moment for me.
You can never get that through PR and all.
So question, I just want to hug you, sir, Mohanlal sir. And I will not take more time. I will come within a second.
That's a question.
That's my request.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely, we can.
Can I?
Yeah, come.
Thank you, sir.
Photo. What a dream come true.
And Mr. Shetty, you are a huggable darling, okay?
Wow. He's gonna use that everywhere.
Yeah, please.
My name is Dr. Anuj Kumar. I am an oncologist. I finished my OPD fast to meet you. I am so happy that I could be here.
Wow.
And I just wanted to ask, how has music influenced the making of this movie? Because the teaser, the trailer, the Qureshi Abrams transformation, all those, I think the music is just Hollywood level. Even the trailer, I think I saw at least so many times today, the trailer. The music is extraordinary, seriously brilliant.
Deepak Dev is the name. Deepak Dev is the name.
Nice.
One of the finest musicians in the country, if you ask me. I don't think he's so frequently mentioned in terms of mainstream commercial mass cinema, but I believe in him a lot. The first time I produced a film called Urumi, I got him to do the music. And all three of my directorials, Deepak has done the music. What I really love about Deepak is that he, on one level, he's a very pure musician. You know, like somebody who will actually sit and play the keyboard and compose music, write music. He actually writes music. So he's a very pure musician. But he's also a genius sound programmer. His sounding, his synthesizing of sound, and his selection of tonality for orchestration is just world class. So Deepak and I have collaborated over the years multiple times, and finally we landed on this project where we had the liberty to now just go all out and dream really big. So right from the first discussions, we knew that for this film, we are going to go truly international. So he wrote music that way. We wrote the scores thinking that we are going to make this sound as international as possible. And a wonderful team of programmers worked with Deepak on this. And finally, we managed to take the entire written music to the Abbey Road Hall in London, and we got the Macedonian Orchestra to play it live for us. And it was just a surreal experience to actually listen to and see one of the world's premier orchestra playing music written for a Malayalam film and make it sound so truly international. Oh, you've only seen. I don't know about the film. The film that's up to you, but you've not even seen 10% of what Deepak has done for this film. It's just an amazing score. Yeah. And the songs as well. I haven't released any songs as of now. The songs are also fantastic in the film.
I'm guessing songs like more of background music, not like full on song and dance.
And we'll take the final question.
Sir, you have done
many roles, and where does actually Stephen Nedumbally rank in terms of your personal favorite?
What should I say? Stephen Netherberry is become a very one of the most talked about characters in film industry. So after Empuraan, I'll give you a correct answer. Seriously, because see, for an actor to get such roles is a blessing. In that way, I am blessed. Stephen has become a very iconic character in the film industry. So now it is our duty to bring out the best
Do
in Stephen
justice.
and to convey it to you. And please accept. And then make Stephen a bigger image. Okay, thank you.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much. It was so good to have this conversation with you all. Thank you for doing this, and I hope you all like the chat.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So they took pictures, and I think a really enjoyable interview, I have to say. And I think having an audience adds to that. It's just some other energy you have where it's not just about, in a closed room where just cameras watching you and just talking within yourself. It's like you have to kind of give answers to the audience, and you have to, this has to be an exchange of energies there, which I think makes the interview more fun, and a lot of enjoyable segments were there, part of it. I think Image does a really good job. Pinkvilla, I have seen many interviews. They do a really, fun job of it. It's almost, it's not just about the filmmaking and everything about that, but so are the different things, and more you can say it's like a popular interview, whereas Anupama Chopra, they are like very focused on the film and the filmmaking aspects, which is fun in itself also. But this is more massy appeal which the film is also going for. A lot of interesting insights we got about it. The music, we have not even heard a lot of it. They went to London to record an orchestra, so it's gonna be superb experiencing that in, I think, the best theater here, the biggest screen possible. I'm watching it, not IMAX, but still Atmos, I think, so that's good. But we'll be watching Lucifer tonight. If you're watching it on 26th, yes, tonight. If not, we already done it, so do join us for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Check out other interview reactions here, and I will see you next time.